look into that. Pens. We're on the record, clause number A42800, in the interest of the child. If you're present in the courtroom, please state your names.
Your Honor, my name is David Cole, and I represent the petitioners Daniel John Schmidt and Tina Lynn Austin. Please state your name.
I'm Daniel John Schmidt.
Please state your name.
Rose Tony. Tina Lynn Austin.
If you have to testify, please raise your right hands. You need to do solemnly swear the testimony you give before the court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. Thank you. Proceed.
Thank you. Our petitioner calls Daniel John Schmidt. Please state your name.
Daniel John Schmidt.
Mr. Schmidt, you have joined in this petition for adoption with your wife Tina Lynn Austin. Y'all reside in Dallas, Texas, and you're not related to this young lady whom you're seeking to adopt. Is that correct?
Yes.
The 307th District Court of Gregg County, Texas, originally acquired continuing exclusive jurisdiction of this student and this child by virtue of a termination order that was entered in cause number 2009-2288-DR. Is that correct?
Yes.
And that our original adoption suit was filed in the 307th District Court in cause number 2013-704-DR, and then it was transferred to the 304th District Court by the judge of the 307th District Court so that we could finalize our adoption in the county of your residence. Is that correct?
Yes.
The child that you're seeking to adopt is Rose Marie Tony, a female born September 28, 1996 in Longview, Texas. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
The managing conservator of the child is the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services. They waived issuance and service of citation and an affidavit filed in the papers to the court. Is that correct?
Yes.
The child owns no property other than her own personal possessions. Is that correct?
Yes.
Parent-child relationships have been terminated as the living parent of the child. Is that correct?
Yes.
And she has resided with you for more than 6 months. Is that
Yes.
correct? The managing conservator of the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services has consented in writing to your adoption. We have filed the consent. Is that correct?
Yes.
Additionally, there's been a favorable social study prepared as required by law investigating the circumstances and conditions of your home. Is that correct?
Yes.
We have filed that among the papers of the court as well. Is that correct?
Yes.
You and your wife have reviewed health, social, educational, and genetic information on the child, and we have filed a summary of that information. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you and your wife also enjoy criminal clearances, and we filed those results among the papers of the court. Is that correct?
Yes.
You're requesting that the court, upon granting the adoption order, that the child's name be changed to Rose Marie Schmidt. Is that correct? And you're asking the court to order the sealing of the file and the minutes of the court in this cause. Is that correct?
Yes.
You've had me execute an affidavit of compliance, which is attached to our petition. It indicates that we did not comply with Chapter 162, Subchapter B of the Texas Family Code because the child is not the subject of an interstate adoption. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Then our pass a witness and call Tina Lynn Austin. Please state your name.
Tina Lynn Austin.
And Ms. Austin, you've joined in the petition for adoption with your husband, Dan, requesting an adoption of this not-so-little girl standing to your left, Rose Marie Tony. Is that correct?
Yes.
If I were to
Well,
ask
but
you...
not so big.
No, I know. Way wrong. Sorry about that. If I were to ask you the same questions that I asked your husband, would your answers be the same?
Yes.
And do you believe this adoption is in the best interest of this child and your family?
Yes.
You got to pass this witness and call Rose Marie Tony, please.
Well, I don't know if I got that answer.
Yes.
Squeaky.
Please state your name.
Rose Marie Tony.
And you are the child, the subject of this adoption. Is that correct?
Yes.
And are you consenting in open court to your adoption? Are you agreeing with it?
Completely yes.
And you want your name changed to Rose Marie Schmidt. Is that correct?
Yes.
And our pass the witness, ask the court to take judicial notice of documents and enter the decree with you.
That's not sufficient. This is not the standard prove-up, counsel. You did this as a standard
I
prove-up.
don't know, what do I need to do, Judge?
I want to know the story.
It's a long
It's a
story.
long story.
Well, make it short.
So Rose came in, when did you first come into foster care?
A month old. She was a month
A
old.
baby.
Baby.
And she rattled around for a while, and then there was a big trial out there in Gregg County, and the jury sent her home. And she went back home, and bad things happened to her. But she came back and found these folks, and we all lived happily ever after.
4 years ago.
Oh, yes.
You know what I see in your eyes? Resilience. You're strong.
Say the least. More than this team here.
See all your reports in the minutes, and your child bring the adoption and name change. See the records in the minutes.
That's it?
That's it.